circling the internet today, we heard your guy, Paul Pierce, say that LeBron, your guy, is not a top 5 player of all time. So he said this on Countdown, and on that list, he has Michael as his number 1, Kareem as his number 2, Russell as his number 3, Magic at 4, and Kobe at 5. So, Perk, the floor is yours. You got your big brother, Paul Pierce. You got your boy, LeBron James. Where do you go with this?
So here it is. I love both of them. Paul is big brother, like you said. Bron is, my brother. I've been knowing Bron for over 25 years now, right? Here's the thing. Paul Pierce's list is personal, right? Because we don't talk about this enough, but Paul and Bron have never liked each other since Bron rookie year. Here's a backstory to this real quick, and then you could understand why LeBron is not on Paul's list. We're playing in Columbus, Ohio, my rookie season against the Cleveland Cavaliers, right? Now, when LeBron was coming into the league, he was getting a lot of heat from players. Oh, he's not going to do that to us. The chosen one, wait till he play against grown men. So his first preseason game is against Paul Pierce. So Paul is talking noise to the bench, right? He's talking big noise to the Cavs bench, and they're sitting over there. Bron them, they all sitting over there, Drew Gooden and everybody. So Paul actually spits over there at the bench, right? The ultimate disrespect, okay? It ended up turning up. I mean, after the game, both teams were meeting in the back. We had the guys was ready to fight. We had to hold people back. Like, it went up from there. Ever since that moment.
And it was a clear spit. It wasn't a Rajon Rondo spit?
No, it was a clear spit. Ever since that moment, LeBron James and Paul Pierce hate each other. They don't speak to each other, even now today. I don't know if you remember, Cassidy, we was doing hoop streams in Houston against the Lakers. Remember Bron walked by us and said something before his pregame shots? He did not speak to Paul. That's the backstory. So I think Paul's list is kind of more personal towards LeBron than just saying, because there's no way in hell that you could say LeBron James is not top 5. You may not have him as your GOAT, but to say that he's not top 5, that's just crazy. And I love Paul, but that's kind of, I think it's more personal than anything.
That was much, yeah. No, it's Paul. Paul is very, I would say, proud of his career, right?
As he should be.
As he should be. He has every right to be. And Paul, remember the Dwayne Wade conversation?
Yes.
When, what I admire about Paul, even though I don't agree with him when he said that about Dwayne Wade, what I admire about him is I know for a fact there are multiple players who feel exactly the same. Man, if you gave me Shaq for half my career and gave me LeBron and Bosh, I would have won. Da, da, da. There are a lot of players that feel like that, but they don't say it out loud. And what I respect about Paul is he's not afraid to put his, in the words of Steven Jackson, he's not afraid to put a name and an address on it, right? A name and a return address. He letting you know I said it because that's how I feel. And I don't agree with him on this one either, but it's not like he named, some off-the-wall names in there, although I would argue that Kobe is an off-the-wall name there. To me, there absolutely is a conversation that Kareem is the greatest player of all time. There absolutely is a conversation that Bill Russell is the greatest player of all time. And there should be, even though there's not much of it, there should be a lot more conversation about Magic Johnson being the greatest player of all time. And so from that standpoint, I see where Paul is talking from a logic standpoint, but I don't doubt Perk when he says also there might be a little bit of like just sprinkle some hate in there too.
Yeah. What you think about it, Cassie?
Look, as you pointed out, it does feel personal, but he has kind of stuck. This is not new that Paul has some type of feeling towards LeBron. And I also do feel like, other than him picking Kobe at number 5, I don't think he's trying to give his contemporaries that, greatest of all time title, because, he's still a competitive guy. And he wants to give, acknowledge the history of the game if we're going to talk about the best of all time. I think maybe he put Kobe because Kobe has 5 titles ahead of LeBron. But look, let's not try to get in the mind of Paul Pierce. I think you broke it down pretty simply. It's personal for him.
One more thing I want to say is you got to look at it is Magic was someone he grew up watching play and idolized.
Yes.
Jordan was someone he grew up watching play, idolized. Kareem was someone he grew up watching play, idolized. And then Bill Russell played for what team?
The Boston Celtics.
All right.
So that's my point is those guys, and you pointed out the only guy on the list is Kobe. That you're like, well, but to me, it's just, I think he's probably pointing to the 5 titles. And he feels like he can get away with that. And that argument, and that's the biggest argument against LeBron James.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.